Welcome. Good morning. Thank you all for being here with us on this second Sunday of Advent and fourth day of Hanukkah. Whether you're joining us in the pews or online. I am Julia Morsher, music director here at Emerson. Our minister, Reverend Ed Prue, is away sick this week, and as this is our annual Holiday Music Sunday, I will be officiating. Pray for me. In his absence. Our worship associates this morning will be various choir members who have asked to participate. After the service, you are welcome to join us for coffee and conversation here in our gathering place just outside the sanctuary. Or if you're online, you'll be able to join the other online attendees for social time on Zoom hosted by Marilyn Rambo. More about that at the end of the service. If you'd like to join us for lunch, we will be having lunch bunch today at 12:15 at Beck's Prime. Which one? Just one over here? Yeah. Over there. Yes. Oh, on Augusta. Thank you. All Emerson members, visitors, and friends are invited to attend. Any visitors who are here in person this morning are invited to are invited to fill out our yellow visitors card. Everyone hold them up. If anyone hasn't, there we go. So you can receive more information about Emerson and all our activities. You can place it in one of the offertory baskets at the front or back of the sanctuary, either during the offering or after the service. We are also pleased to invite you to join us after the service on the 31st at 12:15 in the library, room 203, that's New Year's Eve, for light refreshments and an opportunity to get to know Emerson and Unitarian Universalism a little better, and for us to get to know you a little better. And we are delighted that you are here. Sorry, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. And so now, please sit back and relax as we travel through time with our first piece, a musicological journey through the 12 days of Christmas. That is a mouthful. This piece has been divided into 3 parts, sung throughout the service. And each day will be sung in different musical styles, dating from 6th century Rome all the way to 19th century USA. So enjoy the first part of the 12 days of Christmas, days 1 through 5.
On the first day of Christmas, to me. For calling first free French lands to turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love. Gave to five golden rings, four calling bells, three French hens, two turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
That was something. As we gather in community, we look within ourselves and to each other for strength, restoration, and inspiration, so that as we journey together, we catch the spark of the eternal Spirit, and from that spark, we light our chalice flame. Lighting the chalice flame symbolizes to all that the spirit of our congregation is strong, and that our will to transform ourselves and the world is also strong. We light the flame with gratitude. We light the flame in memory of all who have gone before, in honor of all who are here now, and with joy for all who are yet to come. As Dory Wolf, the inimitable Dory Wolf, lights our chalice flame here in the sanctuary, I invite those of you joining us from home to light a candle or chalice of your own. This morning and for the month of December, our chalice lighting words come from now retired Unitarian Universalist minister Victoria Safford. Reverend Safford served congregations in Massachusetts, Minnesota, and Iowa over her 30-plus year ministry. Please join me in reading these words together as they appear on your screen. Now is the moment of magic, when people beaten down and broken, with nothing left but misery and candles and their own clear voices, kindle tiny lights and whisper secret music.
Today, especially if I turn this, Advent in many Christian traditions is a time of preparation, a time of hope, a time of faith, and a time of love. Each of these are represented by one of the 4 candles in the Advent wreath. Last week we lit the first candle, the candle of preparation. This week we relight that first candle, and we light the second candle, the candle of hope. And before I do that, I want to say that the God of the Christian faith is also the God of the Jewish and the Muslim faiths, as represented by our chalice sculpture out in the gathering place. We Unitarian Universalists welcome all to worship together, and in that spirit, we recognize that Hanukkah, a Jewish festival of light celebrating freedom from oppression, began Thursday evening. And Michael Bloom last year lit our Hanukkah candles for us. He's not with us today. And so rather than trying to light them in the improper tradition, we will not light them today. But instead, when we sing our first hymn a little bit later on, we will sing it in honor of all oppressed people.
As we work together to create beloved community, we welcome all who will join us in building a better world with more love, more justice, and more peace. We welcome all who would join us in growing in mind, heart, and spirit. We welcome all who would join us in tearing down systems of oppression of all kinds. We welcome all who would join their purposes to ours in a loving spirit of right relationship. Please join me in the welcoming words. Whoever you are, wherever you come from, wherever you find yourself on your life's journey, whichever your pronouns, whether you've walked in or rolled in or dialed in, whomever you love, you are welcome here.
It's important that we acknowledge that our history is a shared and harmful one. Our congregation's buildings are situated on home of the Karankawa and Atakapa peoples for at least 2,000 years before the first known European settlers arrived and very nearly brought about their end. May we recognize, uplift, and support Indigenous voices and communities in our work as a congregation. Each time we're gathered here, we hear words from one of the 6 sources of Unitarian Universalism. Today, we hear words from Reverend Clinton Lee Scott. Reverend Scott was a Universalist minister and signer of the 1933 Humanist Manifesto. He's also grandfather to our own Judy Williams. From the east comes the sun, bringing a new and unspoiled day. It has already circled the earth and looked upon distant lands and faraway peoples. It has passed over mountain ranges and the waters of the 7 seas. It has shone upon laborers in the fields, into the windows of homes and shops and factories. It has beheld proud cities with gleaming towers and also the hovels of the poor. It has been witness to both good and evil, the works of honest men and women and the conspiracy of knaves. It has seen marching armies, bomb-blasted villages, and the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Now, unsullied from its tireless journey, it comes to us, the messenger of the morning, harbinger of a new day. We invite you now to stand if you wish and join us in our first hymn, number 221 in the gray hymnal, Light One Candle.
Light that's burning so highly, we keep it alive in that flame. What's the commitment to those who have died when we cry out and not died in vain? Have we come this far, always believing that justice would somehow prevail? This is the burden, and this is the promise, and this is why we will not fail. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. Okay. Okay. Today, and for the story of all ages, which is usually this time, we're going to do music for all ages. And we're going to invoke the Christmas caroling or the just singing around the fire carol songs. And so if any of you feel inspired, like hopefully you guys feel inspired, to come up and join me and Craig and Patty as we just make some music. I have musical instruments here. This is the time in the service that you can make music. You can make noise. And so we have shakers and drums, and we have guitar, and I definitely need a jingle bell. So, oh, okay, all right. So we definitely need some jingle bells happening. So come on. All right. Oh, good, okay. All right, so the first one we're going to do is Jingle Bells. And I thought maybe, Craig, you might start with a little, like, get us in the feeling of the horse going along, and we can keep it in a, okay. I feel that horse. So the first is Dashing Through the Snow, and I think you're going to have words up there, and so you all need to sing along. Some drums. The bells on the horse. That's good. Nothing's wrong, everything's right. All right, so we're going to start with dashing. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and then it's in his head, running by my side. It was clean and plain, misfortune seemed inclined. We got into and drink, and then we got undone. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Woo! Very good. Woo. So that we're not done yet, though, because you can't just do one song. So the next song is, with a little guitar playing, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. So there's more instruments, but you're doing a great job making sure everybody has them. Okay, so Santa Claus is coming to town. This time, he's definitely riding a sleigh again. And he's got bells, and he's got, the reindeer make nice noise in the air when they land on the roof. So, you'd better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice, he's gonna find out who little music for all ages with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Again, good drumming sounds and jingle sounds. And Rudolph, yeah, here we go. Oh, I don't know this part of it.
That's all right. We'll start off. What's the...
The key, well, Rudolph the Red-Nosed.
Let's see.
Hold on, she's going to start us with this.
You know Dasher and
Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer game. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, you go down in history. Like Taylor Swift. All right.
This congregation has a long tradition of bidding farewell to those who have meant much to Emerson community, who are now, for whatever reason, relocating to other parts of the country. Today, we would like to wish the fondest of farewells to Lori Wolf. Our friend Lori has been a member of this congregation for 6 wonderful years, along with her family members, Dory and her beloved husband, Fred, who became an Emerson ancestor just a short time ago. Lori is moving to New York to be with family and to open a new chapter to her life. And we wish her well, and we give her this small token of our love, this little wooden chalice that she can use to welcome the spirit and love of Emerson into wherever she is.
Like many other communities of faith, Emerson collects an offering each week. But our offering is not for our church, which is supported by the annual pledges of our members. We collect our Sunday offering to give to others, because we know that giving is both a transformative spiritual act and an important way to live our values. 75% of today's offering will go to our December Share the Plate recipient, the minister's discretionary fund. The minister's discretionary fund is a fund established by you, the members of this church, to aid each other and, from time to time, the larger community. It is administered by our minister, Reverend Ed Prue, at his discretion. The remaining 25% of today's offering will go to Interfaith Ministries Meals on Wheels, which provides thousands of meals every day to Houston's homebound seniors. You can go to our webpage for online giving, put cash or a check in our offering basket at the front or back of the church, or mail a check to the church.
Winter night, clear and bright, a every child, your life will have its season, and each new day your heart may pray for grace, for peace, for reason. A Shabbat lullaby, blessed little baby.
As we enter into a time of meditation and prayer, I'd like to invite you all to find a comfortable sitting position with feet grounded firmly, connected with the earth beneath, chest open to allow the breath to flow freely, and jaw relaxed, teeth unclenched. The holiday season isn't always a joyful time for some. We take this moment to lift those up who are experiencing loss and grief during this time. You are not alone, and there is space for you to grieve amongst the joyful. As we meditate together, I will read a prayer by Katie Sivani Gelfand titled A Blessing for Grief, followed by a moment of silence. May you be tender and gentle with yourself, and be cared for by those who will envelop you with compassion and presence. May you know that there is so much beauty in your grief, especially when it feels messy. May you know that the depth of your grief is a measure of the love your heart is capable of. May you cry an ocean of tears and never fear the tides of your grief. May you scream and rage and emote your pain in safe and supported spaces. And may you never be judged for the power of your expression. May you be comforted by a blanket woven of love when you feel the harsh and palpable illusion of aloneness. May you remember in moments of despair that all life comes from the womb of sacred darkness, and that something new will be born from this void. May you allow yourself to change. May the pain of your loss awaken you to the pulse of your humanity. May you have faith in the crucible of your soul to transform this grief into a numinous song that brings you closer to your own divinity. May your experience of loss expand your capacity to extend compassion to others. May you eventually wear your scars as luminous gems on the unfurled wings of your heart, and may you always remember the preciousness of life. Amen, and blessed be. Our next piece is called Litrosin. As most of you know, I was raised in the Greek Orthodox Church, the Annunciation Greek Orthodox Cathedral that puts on the Greek Festival every year. wherever it may be in this direction. My love of music actually stemmed from my parents and our participation in worship every Sunday. One of the traditional hymns sung at Christmas time is Litrosine, meaning redemption. My mother, Pam Kramer, go ahead and wave. Go ahead and wave, Mom. Hey, Mom. She leads her choir in this hymn every year. And growing up, I would sing it with her, and this tradition continues even to this day. And I'm honored to sing this with her again today and share it with Emerson. The Greek text speaks of God's redemption through the birth of Christ, a concept closely tied to the salvation for Christians. But those who don't share this belief, what does redemption mean to you? As we listen to this song, let its spirit encourage self-reflection. Regardless of our beliefs, may the music guide us to ponder the meaning of redemption in our lives. In this brief musical journey, let's transcend religious boundaries and find common ground in our shared humanity. May the notes of Litrosine resonate with the universal pursuit of meaning and purpose.
Our second reading is by Reverend Douglas Taylor, a minister of the UU Congregation of Binghamton, New York. The Symphony of Life. Eternal Spirit, from whom all things come and to whom all things return, we gather this morning in community, seeking to live in the harmony. Each of us have gathered lives lives out our lives, knowing our own story, our own private melody. Life, at its highest and its sweetest, is a sharing. Life is a sharing of melodies, of our love and interest, of our yearning and questions. We gather this morning as individuals creating harmony and community together. May our different ways of knowing and naming the holy blend together. May our voices be added to the holy chorus of life. May we practice our scales that we may better improvise and recognize where we come in when it is our time. The world is rife with discord and trouble. Injustice and suffering weigh us down and trip us up and stop our voices. May we learn to trust in love, in God, in our own voices, in the trembling faith of our forebears, to trust that we have a part in this symphony and that we can join this chorus and bring some beauty to the cacophony around us. May there be times of gentle tones and soothing melodies. May there be rhythms upon which we can rely to rally our spirits at need. May there be teachers and bandmates, fans and good companions to help call our best music out of us. May there be moments when we are transported, moments when we discover we are not playing the music so much as the music is flowing through us, the music is playing us. O Spirit of life, may our song be among the songs of the Spirit. May there be beauty in our song and in our living. May there be meaning and power in our song, and may our individual voices blend into the chorus that is Thee, O Spirit. This we ask in the name of all that is holy. May it be so.
On the seventh day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying 5 day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. It's a milking, swans are swinging, Jesus Christ brings, calling riders, reefing giants, dogs to dogs, and the partridge in a pear tree.
So, I don't know about you, but those of you who are parents, when you start watching kid shows again, there are those moments where you're watching their show, especially if it's like Pixar or some type of movie, and you realize, wow, this hits deep, okay? So what I'm about to say, it's kind of along those lines, so bear with me and humor me, okay? As we gather here today to reflect upon the holiday season, I want to share a personal story that many of us can relate to. As a child, Christmas was a time of pure magic for me. The anticipation, the joy, the enchantment. Yet as I grew into adulthood and became a mother, I found that the magic of Christmas began to mix with the stress of trying to create the perfect holiday for my family. I remember the excitement of Christmas Eve services and the tradition of opening one present under the tree with my sister. It was always something simple like pajamas or a stuffed animal, meant to hold us over until Christmas morning, when the real magic unfolded with the arrival of gifts from Santa. Fast forward to adulthood, and the holiday season now carries a heavier burden of expectations, financial pressures, and the constant quest to outdo the previous year's festivities. Reflecting on this, I recently watched The Grinch, a character many of us are familiar with. But what struck me was a different perspective on the Grinch's story. Picture this. It's Christmas Eve in Whoville, and the town is bustling with activity. Last-minute shoppers are frantically rushing around, creating chaos in their pursuit of the perfect holiday. The Grinch, observing from his cave, is not bothered by the noise itself, but by the way people treat each other in the name of Christmas. He decides to take drastic measures to remove the chaos, stealing everything from presents to decorations. Yet when the Whos wake up to find everything gone, they join hands and sing. It's that moment that caused the Grinch, his small heart, to grow 3 sizes that day. But what if the Grinch wasn't the true villain? What if the heart that needed to grow 3 sizes was ours? The holiday season often becomes a whirlwind of activity, with the hustle and bustle obscuring the true meaning of it all. The Grinch's frustration with the chaos in Whoville serves as a metaphor for the distractions that can pull us away from what really matters. The Grinch's actions, though drastic, inadvertently lead to a profound realization for the Whos. Maybe Christmas isn't about the material things, the presents, the decorations, or the feast. Perhaps, as Dr. Seuss so eloquently put it, Christmas perhaps means a little bit more. This holiday season, let's invite the Grinch into our lives. Not in the form of chaos or theft, but as a symbol of simplicity. Let's remove the unnecessary noise, expectations, and stress, even if just for a moment, and rediscover the true magic of the season. As we revel in the spirit of the holidays and embrace the lessons from the Grinch's story, let us extend our hearts to those who may be experiencing loneliness during this season. It can be a challenging time for many, especially those who have lost loved ones or are facing difficult circumstances. In the midst of our celebrations, let us be mindful of those who may be yearning for companionship and comfort. Just as the Grinch's heart grew 3 sizes when the Whos embraced each other in song, let our collective kindness and compassion serve as a beacon of hope for those who may feel alone. In reaching out to others with love and understanding, we can share the true magic of this time, and in doing so, foster a sense of warmth and community that extends far beyond the holiday season. May love and joy fill our hearts and spill over into the lives of those around us. Amen, and blessed be. I now invite Mary to come up and share a story of her own. And after she concludes, if anyone has a brief story that they would like to contribute, something that means something to you this holiday season, I will come by with the handheld mic and you can just raise your hand.
Many years ago, when I was, in my mid-30s, my brother and I were sitting with our father and reminiscing, both good memories and bad. And I mentioned that the Christmas I had been 4 years old still stuck in my mind as one of the best days ever in my entire life. I remembered it so clearly. Well, my father told me he remembered it clearly too. Well, naturally, his memories were different than mine, and he told me a story I was completely unaware of. Apparently, on Christmas Eve, I had loudly proclaimed, "I sure hoped Santa didn't bring me some dumb doll." Well, what I didn't know was that for 3 months, there had been a Madame Alexander doll sitting in the closet waiting for me. And for those same 3 months, after I'd gone to bed every night, my mother was sewing clothes for it. Well, I remember that Christmas well because what Santa brought me was a football, a pup tent, and a box of child-sized tools. They weren't plastic, they were real. That saw actually cut wood. Yes, on Christmas Eve, my parents had returned a Madame Alexander doll and traded it for tomboy-appropriate things for me, which I can say I didn't learn for 30-some-odd years. Suddenly, with my adult eyes, I understood that the real gift I had been given that day was my parents' willingness to let me be me. I understand just how rare and precious that gift was, and I am truly thankful that it was given.
Testing. Does anyone else have something to share? Choir, you as well? It's okay if not.
My son is very much following in my footsteps. He's too rebellious to come to church, but he does teach ESL here. This year he gave me maybe the best present he's ever given me. I'm a Shakespeare buff. Love Shakespeare, have since I was single digits. And this year he and I are watching The Hollow Crown, Richard II, Henry IV, parts 1 and 2, and Henry V. Masterfully filmed with Tom Hiddleston as Henry V in 3 of the 4 plays. And just the joy of sharing my love of Shakespeare with him and us making jokes about Falstaff has been one of the most magical Christmas seasons for me ever.
Thank you.
So my cousin Hannah was born in what we affectionately called Quaker Acres. It was a 6-family, I'm not sure if it was 4 or 5 Quaker families. And one year, we would usually go down for Christmas, but one year, my parents stayed with the founder of the community, and my dad had a friend who had a Santa suit. And so he said to Bob, "Do you think there would be a good time for me to wear the Santa suit?" My dad was fairly robust and had not quite as long a beard as Craig, but it was a goodly size. And so Bob said, "Well, we do have a Christmas gift exchange where they would, all draw names from hat, and, a little kid would bake cookies for somebody else's parent or whatever." And so he said, maybe that would be a good time. So on that morning, my dad, goes away and changes into the Santa suit. And he had a very robust voice, and he's on his way to the house, and he's, "Oh, Dasher, on, Prancer, oh, go, Vixen!" And, he has these sleigh bells, and he's ringing them, and everybody thinks there's some, drunk hunter on the property. And then he knocks on the door, and this little 4-year-old boy opens the door and then shuts it and goes running into the room. "Santa's here!" And then goes and lets my dad in, and so, he helps with the gift exchange, and my dad was just the best damn Jewish Santa you ever met. So that was a good Christmas.
Thank you, Lissa. Anyone else?
My siblings are only younger brothers. And when I was a child, whatever one of us kids knew, the others found out. So my mother and dad had to maintain the myth of Santa Claus for a long time so that I didn't tell my brothers who Santa Claus really was. When I was 11 years old, my mother pulled me aside and said, "Now you know that Santa Claus is really your daddy and me," and I cried.
Anyone else? Yeah. I have something to add to that, by the way. I have my own Santa mom.
On Christmas Day 2020, my 6th grandchild was born, and so from that day on, Christmas has been a joyful day for me.
Oh, that's lovely. Anyone else? Okay, so real quickly before we continue, I too had I have a younger sister, and I was not nice about it. I wanted to ruin it for her. I basically told her Santa's not real, but she didn't believe me. She was like, "No, you're lying. You're lying." And then later, my sister overheard my mom and I talking and overheard my mom saying, "Don't tell her that Santa's not real. She still believes in him." And from that moment on, that kind of ruined everything for Santa. But we still get gifts from Santa every year to this day. So, is my daughter in here, by the way? Oops. Elena, did you already know that Santa wasn't real? Did I just ruin it for someone else? Okay. With that, let's go ahead and do our closing hymn. Oops, sorry. You're welcome to stand or just chill. You have to just sit. You know what? I'm sorry. We're which side? Okay. Everyone can sing along, even though it's not in our hymnal. The words are up here. Each time we come together, we move. We move with the words we hear. We move with the music we hear. We move with the light of the chalice, which, like us, flickers and flutters from side to side, moving constantly, yet tethered to its source. We extinguish this chalice now, not as a symbolic ritual, but as a practical ritual. We do this because the flickering, fluttering light of our congregation is carried within each of us here present, those not present today, those who left this community long ago, never to return, and those who have yet to arrive. That's okay. We are so grateful for your presence this morning and your laughter. And I just want to thank the choir. Thank you so much. And Artem, as well. And also all of the people here who played instruments. Craig and Patty, thank you so much for bringing the drums. This really was a collaborative effort because that is what this time of year is all about. So may we I skipped a part. Sorry about that. For those of you who have joined us on YouTube, we'll be ending our live streaming service after the postlude. Please feel free to join us on Zoom for our online social hour. The link to the Zoom room is in your weekly email and will appear on a slide at the end of the service. And you can also scroll down a bit on your screen on YouTube and look for the link on the left. One more announcement is that at 2 p.m. today, we will be having a memorial service for Lester Landis, the father of Deborah Wotring's children, who died on Thursday. All are welcome. And now for our postlude.
On the 12th day of